So, what if one single card could act as a trigger for your entire financial future? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to break down this one simple card that honestly packs a really powerful three-part message about your money, your career, and even your mindset. Let's get into it and unlock this thing. Okay, so here it is. This is the Money MGR card, the focus of our whole explainer. And you can see right away it gets straight to the point. The imagery alone tells a story, right? It's blending the old school of finance, that classic dollar bill, with the new school, the Bitcoin coins right there in your face. It's a sign that we're talking about the full spectrum of money. The card basically gives us three distinct ideas, and I like to think of them as three keys for unlocking some real financial momentum. They actually build on each other in a psychological way, creating this surprisingly complete roadmap that takes you from potential to action and then all the way to the outcome. So let's turn that first key. Now, this first key, it isn't about making small changes or saving a few extra bucks. No, this is about recognizing a moment for a huge, transformative change. It's a signal to start thinking big, really big. Here's the exact wording from the card. And you gotta notice that word, could. This isn't some fortune cookie prediction, right? It's a prompt. It's suggesting that the conditions are right, that the potential for a major breakthrough in your career or your finances, it's right here, right now. It's basically an invitation to go for it. What's so interesting to me is the psychology behind a giant leap. I mean, by definition, it feels risky. It means you have to step outside your comfort zone, and let's be honest, most of us are hardwired to avoid that. But this card, it reframes that fear into something positive. The idea here is to shift your thinking from avoiding risk to seeing when a smart, calculated leap can totally change everything for the better. And of course, that brings the whole message right back to you, doesn't it? What does this giant leap actually look like in your life? Is it going after a new certification? Is it finally launching that side hustle you've been dreaming about? Or, maybe it's making a big change in how you invest your money. The card is basically asking you to figure out what your leap is. Taking a giant leap is a powerful idea, but you've got to have a place to land. And that brings us to the card's second key, direction. After signaling the what, it starts to give us the how. Let's look back at the card's imagery for a second. That mix of dollars and Bitcoin, it's not just there to look cool. It perfectly shows that the financial world is huge and it's always evolving. It's building a bridge between the traditional banks and the new disruptive tech, which perfectly sets up the very specific career advice that comes next. And here is that concrete advice. It's not vague at all, it's super specific. It's suggesting that you channel all that giant leap energy into fields that are all about the architecture of wealth. This is the real, actionable step in the card's guide. So as you can see, it points to money management, banking, accounting, and just the wider world of finance. So why these particular paths? Well, think about it. They put you right in the flow of capital. Whether you're helping people plan for retirement, or you're funding businesses, or making sure the numbers are right, or even working on the cutting edge of crypto, these careers give you a structured way to make that giant leap a real thing. And all of that leads us to the final key on the card, the destination. After giving you this idea of a bold move and a clear direction, it presents this really compelling picture of the result. I just love the way this is phrased. You can expect a happy outcome. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's framed as the natural result of taking the first two steps. It's about building a foundation that makes a positive result not just possible, but, probable. Psychologically, this is so powerful. The happy outcome isn't just some prize you win. It's something you earn. When you've taken that intentional giant leap and you've committed to a structured path, your whole mindset shifts from just hoping to actually expecting. This is what they call self-efficacy in action. You start to believe in a positive outcome because you're the one actively building it. So when you lay it all out like this, you can really see the elegant logic of the card. It's pretty much a three-act story for financial growth. Act 1, you see the potential for a massive change. Act 2, you channel that potential down a concrete path. And Act 3, you get the rewards of your focused action. It's a super clear link between your mindset, what you do, and the results you get. So to wrap it all up, what are the three big takeaways from the Money MGR card? First, stay alert and be ready to embrace an opportunity for a huge leap. Second, ground that ambition in a real-world plan, maybe by exploring one of these financial careers. And finally, start cultivating that powerful mindset that your deliberate actions will lead to success. when it comes right down to it, this card is less of a prediction and more of a mirror. It's just reflecting your own financial potential back at you. It gives you a blueprint, a way of thinking, and it leaves us with one last really empowering question. The card points the way. So, what's your next move?